Hi, Janet.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing wonderful, thanks.
That's good. Well, I first and foremost, I would like to thank you for being on Life Her podcast. It means a lot to me, even the fact that you have the courage to even share your testimony from the book No More Residue. So I really appreciate you for being on here.
Mhm. I appreciate you allowing me to come on to tell my testimony. Thank you so much.
So before we get things started, could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Um, First of all, my name is Janet Snipe. I'm a wife, mother, grandmother, first lady. I am the founder of the Fervent Ladies Christian Book Ministry. I'm an author of No More Residue and also Overcoming Adversity, Pushing Past the Pain.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
It is.
Even with you being a first lady, that's
Say that
I said even with you being a first lady. That's,
right. Yeah.
yeah, that's amazing. So what
Thank you.
inspired you to be a part of No More Residue?
What prompted me to be a part of No More Residue is actually it was ordained, by God.
Right.
Um, and I knew with my story, there's a great it was a great victory associated with my story, and I will be able to help other women, um, because there are women who has battled, many situations that allowed um, them to feel discouraged, and I want them to know that life doesn't just stop there. Um, and because I'm an example, actually, that you can still achieve your goals, and be the best you can be.
Right. That is true. What
Mhm.
was it like working with Crystal with No More Residue?
Oh, it's the best thing that could have happened to me. She is, a woman of God. Everything she does, it has to be led by the Spirit. Um, she has done so much for me and the other ladies. She goes the extra miles just to make sure that we have what we need. Um, she's always praying with us. She even, I mean, just done so much. It's so much that it's just mind blowing. She makes sure that we're prepared, to do an online course. So she's helping us to make money and just to encourage us to go further in life. You
Yes.
know.
Yes. And that's good to even have someone in your life like that. Meeting
Mhm.
someone like that is very, very rare.
Yes, it
Yes.
is.
And
It
they'll release things that you didn't even know that were even there.
exactly. And she's just so awesome because you know, well, for myself, I tried to hide things that was in my past,
Okay.
that I never wanted anyone to know. And she made us go deeper and pulled out those secrets that I was hiding for so many years. So she's very, very, very great. She's gonna make sure that you get everything that you need. Um, I mean, she gives us stuff that no one else would ever do.
What
And
are what are some of the battle what is one of the battles that you did face and you really didn't realize that it was actually something that you needed to overcome?
um, people pleasing.
Wow.
Um, it's like people pleasing is I what I my um obstacle with it was just always saying yes, sure, I can do that, and just trying to please everyone and fitting in, just to be a part, um, and just not having really a voice of my own, but just going with the flow with whatever people wanted, and it just became overwhelming. Um, and made me not have a voice for myself because I listened to what others say, told
Right.
me to do. And but I'm the type of person I always wanted to, make people happy
Right.
and just cater to them whatever they wanted. I, did it just to be a part of it. And when you, become a people pleaser, it can, you know, damage you in so many ways because you actually don't have a voice. You're listening to what others are telling you.
Right. That is so true. When did you actually realize that you were a people pleaser?
It was after um, probably in my early 30s. And finally I said that, this is enough. You know, um, and people would take advantage of that knowing that you're always going to say yes. So I
Yeah.
started, one day I was like, this is enough. And it just brings so much on you. It puts a burden on you because
Yes.
you're trying to please so many people and being here and there. So one day finally I was like, I can't do this anymore. So I started saying no. And when you say no,
Oh
people
yeah.
are so used to you saying yes, so they'll look at you like,
Like something
what?
wrong with you.
Yes, like, yeah, I'm the problem. And it's like, you know, you're
Mm-hmm.
not supposed to say no. You're supposed to say yes. And, they take advantage of you and they feel because you carry a title that
Yeah.
means, you know, that I'm supposed to always do or, please them.
Yes. And what's so funny is I used to find myself being a people pleaser all the time. And
Hmm.
when people started to take advantage of me and I started to notice it, when I shifted, it was
Hmm.
like I'll end up becoming the worst person they ever encountered.
Right.
Do,
Yep.
do you feel like that's what you experienced? And then they
Oh,
started the
yes.
betrayal and not being loyal to you anymore?
Oh, definitely. It's like, they get angry at you, and it's like, you had, I had to do those things for them. And when I said no, it's like the world was coming to the end. I was the bad person. That's
Yeah.
what they do. I'm the bad person, but it's okay. I accepted being the bad person if that's the way they, saw me. But I know who I am, and can't nobody, take that away from me anymore.
Right. What was the last straw when you was like, I am no longer about to do this anymore. I'm not about to try to please anyone. What was that last straw of someone that just made you so upset for you not to be so much of a people pleaser and start to say no when you know it was a no?
Because, well, one of the situations that I could remember is, someone calling and asking me, to um, borrow some money. And when I told them no, I did not have it, they went off on me and say that I was not telling the truth. Why
Wow.
can't I help? And I was like, I mean, I've helped you enough, and it doesn't seem like you appreciate it. So this is it. I'm not doing it anymore. I don't have to do it, and I won't do it. And that was the end, And of course, I don't, that person does not communicate with me anymore, which is fine
That
because
was my next question.
yeah.
So, do they still talk to you?
Oh no, no.
Wow.
Actually, they blocked me on Facebook and all social media. And I mean, that's fine because I'm not looking for, anyone in my life that's gonna just use me for their convenience.
Right.
So
Yeah. It's like when you no longer serve a purpose,
yeah,
it's like they don't need to be in my life no more. It's pointless for you
right.
to even be in my company or anything. And how did
Exactly.
you feel when that happened? Because it could be heartbreaking. It could take a big toll out of you.
Oh yeah, I felt, pretty bad because, the enemy would come into your mind and give you these demonic chatters and tell you that, um, that person needs help. You should help them. Um, why did you, just left and didn't, give them what they wanted? And I was like, no, I'm not doing it. This is it. I just can't. And it's no, and it's gonna remain no.
Right. What is before that moment, what is some other examples of experiences that you had of people always taking advantage, taking your kindness for weakness?
Uh, um, even on when I was working, um, people would always come to me for help. Because I knew a lot. I knew the job, and so they would come advantage. They don't even try, so they would come to me. So I would help them or either do it. Um, and I didn't mind helping sometimes, but when it's the same people coming with the same questions and not, trying to take responsibilities for themselves and just depended on me. And I was like, because actually it drains you when you're trying to make everyone happy
Yes.
and try to please everyone. All it does is put a burden on you. You become stressed out. Um, you become depressed. And once you start, feeling this way and you start, going down, um, and you look around for those people that you have helped, there are no way around, you know?
Nowhere.
So it's
Nowhere.
like, it's between you and God, and that's the only person that can take you out of it. And, I'm just blessed and I'm happy that God allowed me to get out of the situation and I can say no.
Since you broken that cycle in your life of not being a people pleaser, how have you felt for yourself? How has your healing process been? Because that takes a lot out of you being like that and people taking advantage and you're heartbroken because you
Right.
genuinely did it for them.
Um, Actually, now I feel big relief. I don't have to worry about those type of people anymore. And I know that everyone is not your assignment. So now I, pray and get all my answers from God and ask Him who is my assignment. And if God doesn't say this person is your assignment, I don't help them. So, and I feel good, much better
That's
because
good.
I'm not pleasing everyone. I'm pleasing, myself and God, and that's who should come first.
Yes, definitely. He should come
Mhm.
first. What
Yes.
what advice could you give someone that battles being a people pleaser?
Um, the advice that I would give them would be, you don't need validation from anyone.
It's true.
Um, your validation and approval should only come from God, and that's who you should follow.
That
Because
is so true.
man is always going to lead you in the wrong direction, and with God, He's going to lead you the right way. So
That
that's
is
who my
so true.
validation comes from now, without a doubt. You know.
So in your story and No More Residue, How would it help other women?
Um, it would help other women because I could encourage other women to never um, give up. Um, Things do happen in life, um, but we must always put God, and ourselves first. And just to let them know that even though you've went through a situation or currently going through a situation, that you have to be strong. You have to know that you have a voice, and not just a voice, but a strong voice. And if you stumble, um, just get back up, own it, and pick yourself up and stand strong for your life and say, "This is the new me." You know.
Right. How do you think, like, how will people feel that you actually broken that cycle and you like sharing it with everyone of your secret, saying like, I am no longer a people pleaser?
Um, to me, I feel blessed that I have, moved on. I feel empowered knowing that I've overcame what others, thought that would, break me.
Yes.
And just to prove to, all those people, knowing that my situation um, has made me stronger.
Oh, that's amazing. So
Yep.
that's really good. So what particular audience are you trying to reach within No More Residue?
Um, and no more residue. The audience that I am looking to reach um, are those who may have felt or currently feel that like what they have encountered or been through is the end. Um, to those that are tired of always getting opinions from others and
Mm.
have people talk down on them, just know that you can overcome.
Oh yes, that is so
Definitely.
true. That is so true. What are things that you did to overcome everything?
What I did, well, first of all, you have to pray and ask God to take you through this. So I have overcome that I will no longer please other people. You know, um, I have to please God and myself, because if you don't, um, your focus is off. You're
Sure.
no longer focusing on the things that are important in your life. So, you got to do what is right and what is God's way. It's not about us. It's, God's will, God's way.
Yes, that is true. What is one of your favorite scriptures for you to have get through that situation?
Um, my favorite, um, well, I have so many of them. But let's see. One of them that I would say that do not stand on your own um, understanding, that you should trust God and He will direct your path.
Mhm.
Um, and I see another spiritual quote that I would say is that, you know, well, one thing, God is pleased with you, and He is the only one who need to please that you need to please. Um, you know, and just continue to keep God first. Seek
Yeah.
His plan in your life, and keep your focus on the path that He has already chosen for you.
Mhm. So what advice could you give to a woman right now that is listening and she battles the same thing?
Um, let's see. I would tell her to seek God, obey Him, trust Him, and just to know that um, you are more than enough. You're worthy, you're beautiful, and just keep trusting God in everything that you do.
Yes, because I know it's a lot of people that deal with people pleasing a lot
Hmm.
on a daily basis, and they just don't even know how to get out of that because it makes you feel bad
Right,
when you say no, when you really want to say yes, because that's what you've always been doing. But
right,
sometimes it falls circle into you, and you like, I don't really want to say no, but I know they really need it. But
right,
then again, they're using me at the same time because they know I'm going to say yes.
right. Yep, that's true. Exactly. Yep.
And
Oh,
it's just
yes.
so hard. Like I used to find myself just feeling so heartbroken,
Hmm.
like the world is going to end because I really wanted to help that person, but it was like you have to get to that point where no needs to be a greater vocabulary with your words
Exactly. Oh, yes. You
of
know,
telling them. And at the end of the day, it usually shows someone's true colors too
oh,
when you're
yes.
saying no, because a lot of things will be exposed and you wouldn't even know they felt that way towards you.
Exactly. And, and I know whatever is done in the dark shall come to light.
Yes,
Um,
that's true.
and God is going to, reveal you and expose you for who you really are. So,
Yes.
if you're not doing what is right by God, you will be exposed.
Yes, and if it don't happen today, it's gonna happen one day.
Oh, yes, it will.
People don't
Definitely.
realize sometimes that life catches up to you,
Oh, yes, it does.
and
Yep.
that's when we repent, ask for forgiveness.
Right. Yep. Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. You gotta ask for forgiveness.
Yes. So I really appreciate you sharing your story. Could you let people know how to purchase your book?
Yes. You can go to PayPal, and my um account is www.nomoresidue/Janet,
Okay.
and I am taking pre-orders right now. You can go and purchase it, and it would be appreciative, and it will be a great, it's a great book, because it's 17 women, and there's just so many great stories in that book. I just suggest everyone go out and, pre-order the book, so when it's, ready to uh, be published and come out, that you will be prepared, because it's just so much beautiful stories. I mean, um, it's a lot,
Yeah.
and there are, I mean, great stories. Everybody is, pretty much transparent, authentic, so um, I would suggest that everyone get a copy of this, because this book is just awesome, outstanding.
Yes.
You know,
Is it any words that you want to leave for Crystal?
for Crystal,
Yes.
oh, for Crystal, the word that I have for her is to, excuse me, continue to be obedient to what God has called you to be, um, to do, because there are so many women that needs Crystal in their lives,
Yes.
because the things that she has done for us, it's just amazing, and I would never get that with anyone else, you know, and because she has done so much for us and still doing it, and I know there's no other anthology that will do what she has done for us. So I am very appreciative. Um, and I would tell, and I'm trying to get every woman that wants, look, their life to be changed, to get those secrets that you've been hiding for so many years. Um, get with Crystal because she goes deep. And, some things we feel that we don't want anyone to know.
Yeah.
We want to just keep it a secret and say, well, I'll go to my grave with it. Excuse me. But Crystal has a way of pulling it out of you. She is just I mean, outstanding,
That's
and I would love every woman that's going through something to connect with her because she definitely is the woman that can get it out of you. You
yeah, she's really sweet.
She's sweet and she just does so much. She goes the extra mile.
Yeah.
No matter when we call her with a question, she's always there.
Yeah.
Um, and the most important thing, she prays about everything.
Yes.
And if the spirit doesn't tell her, it ain't happening.
Yes.
You know,
I love
and
her honesty, how blunt she is.
right, she
That's
is.
my favorite part about her.
Yeah, she's very direct. She's all about her business.
Yeah.
And making sure that you are getting exactly what you need,
Yeah.
plus more. You know. And so in the book, my story is no ordinary first lady. Um, and with that being said, I would just like to say the title is I am not ordinary. I'm not an ordinary first lady. So with that being said, I am not ordinary. Um, I am like no other person or first lady.
Mhm.
Um, I have, you know, been through the places that I have. I can't even compare to any other person or first lady. And I don't care about what others are doing. I don't care about being in the crowd because I am the crowd. I follow God's command for my life because I'm cut from another cloth. Um, and I'm different. Um, and everyone that knows me know that I am different because how I carry myself,
Mhm.
which is the way um, God created me to be.
Right.
And with that being said, um, I am not no ordinary first lady.
Okay, First Lady.
I can only be me. And, like I tell everyone, it's nothing fake about me. I am the same person 7 days a week, 365 days. What you see is what you get. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't fake. And I'm a nice person and, I just, you know, I do me and I don't let other people try to put me in a box or say, I have to act a certain way because I'm a first lady.
Right.
You I am who God called me to be. So all I can do is be me, you
That's
know?
a blessing.
Yeah. And
That's a blessing. Well, thank
yes,
you so much for being
thank
on Life
you.
Her podcast. I appreciate you. I appreciate you sharing your story of being a people pleaser. It's
Yeah,
so important that people will know this. And you guys, please purchase the book No More Residue so that
yes,
you can get help throughout this journey that Janet is sharing in her testimony of not being a people pleaser and so
right.
much more because that's not
Yeah.
it. She just,
Yeah, it's for one.
she just
You
gave us
too.
a little snippet.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah,
Yes, they got to, in order to know more, they definitely have to go in and pre-order those books tonight.
yes.
That's
Well, thank
right.
you. Thank you, First Lady Janet.
Thank you so much for having me, and I appreciate it. And may God continue to bless you with your business and everything that you do.
Thank you. Bye
You're
bye.
welcome. Bye bye, hon. Take care.
Take care.